Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. So, guess what state I'm still in? Well, the state of happiness. Probably even the state of grace. Good morning, everybody. What an absolutely beautiful, beautiful day. Good morning. Exception, good morning from Tennessee. Oh, I surprised everybody. I even surprised poor Sandy. Sandy and Carlotta, those poor kids. Yep, I said, Sandy, after a Mush Fest, I didn't even tell him until late, because I didn't want anybody to know. Big surprise, Sandy. I'm staying. You can't get rid of me. Brock and I have plans. We're going to move to Tennessee. We're looking for a house. We're going to spend the week. No. Knock it off. Knock it off. So, yeah, we extended an extra day in the cabin for one reason. What do you think it was? It's called mental health. It's called feeling better. Actually, it's called plan to take a day off once in a while. Actually, that's what it's called. Plan to take care of yourself a little bit, Pops, because you don't do it very well. I'll give you an example. You guys were at the Mush Fest. Some of you saw me Saturday. Woo-hoo! Wait for it. I have a very embarrassing picture of an important moment. I'm out on the deck. And we're going to be here for about half an hour or so. But Hags, I asked Brock, can we stay one extra day? And we had the cabin to ourselves. Carlotta and Sandman took off, did a lot of stuff in their area. Brock and I were a couple of goofballs in a cabin up in the woods of Tennessee, watching TV shows from the 70s through the 90s. Binge watching. I was hanging out with my kid. I had planned a day off, and then the evening it was real nice because Sandy and I we had, a business meeting and get our business goals set for this next 6 months. So it was beautiful. So all of this to say we're not home yet. We'll be heading home today, right after this situation. You know what, Herbie, I couldn't find the Red Green show up here, but I found another Canadian show. I don't know if it's Canadian. Did anybody ever see this TV show? Has anybody ever seen a TV show called Hawkeye? Hawkeye. So what attracted me to it, like you're going across, here's the cast of characters. Linda Carter from Wonder Woman is in it. Hawkeye. It was the Last of the Mohicans one. I'm not kidding. What a campy, funny show. I end up binge watching like 7 episodes. Not from MASH. Hawkeye is from James Fenimore Cooper, The Last of the Mohicans. Chingachgook is the Indian in the show. Okay, the only one here that remembers it is Daniel Cunningham. The only one. See, Penny, I didn't grow up with it. So Brock was saying he thinks it's a Canadian show. He thinks they filmed it for Canada. Lee Horsley. Do you guys remember Lee Horsley? Okay, so nobody here remembers this one. Hags, I don't remember it. So that's why I mention it, because I was thinking, I think this is like the Red Green show where some people have seen it and other people don't know anything about it. Ronnie, real, you remember it? Ronnie, do you? Hey, Ronnie, I got your messages and stuff. We'll take care of business tonight. The show was from 1994 and 95. So anyways, funny show. It was pretty good. I was just going to show you guys a picture Saturday. If you guys were here, Saturday was a tough day on Pops. I had stomach issues going left, and then when they were through going left, they went right. And when they were through going right, they turned upside down. My stomach sucked yesterday. I'll give you an example. So later in the afternoon, people were so sweet. They let me sleep. They let people taking care of me. Carlotta tried changing my diapers. I think Kim like gave me a fresh bib, new bib. They were treating me very well. When I woke up and I was hanging out with people, I wish somebody would have told me what I looked like. I wish somebody would have told me. I wish somebody had mentioned, you know what, Pops, you ought to get. Actually, you know what I think it was, Penny? I think I got smoke sick on Saturday. This house on Saturday could have been a training ground for the local fire department. If you just opened a window, smoke would pour out. You open this, and it was like 8 different kinds of smokes going. Okay? We had a fire pit. We had, well, at least 3 different buds going. We had incense. We had burnt food. We had cigarettes, about 5 different kinds of cigarettes. We had vape pens. We had, if you could count the amount of individual smoke molecules from different sources that were in this place. We needed fog lights.
We were sending smoke signals.
We were sending smoke signals. If you open the front door to the place, it was a smoke lodge, Tony. I'm not kidding you. You walked, you just, and it was a little too cold to go hang out outside a little bit. I have never seen, you guys admit it, the people that were there are laughing because they're like, yep, it's exactly. Gypsy was like this. Gypsy swam her way into the dining area where the rest of us were hanging out at the Bob Marley table. Did we call it the Marley table or what was it called? The Willie Nelson table? Something like that. Huh? Willie Nelson. It was Willie Nelson table. Okay, the Snoop table. That's what it was. That's what they called it. The Snoop table. Okay, Pops is. It was, the smoke was so thick. So what did Pops do? It's like I was getting sick from smoke. I got smoke sickness. That's what I really believe. I don't have the greatest lungs to begin with. Come on, old man. You've been smoking since you were 13. The Herbie. Never smoked cigarettes my whole life. My lungs are worse than anyone's. So what do I do, Bill? What does Pops do to take care of, to escape the smoke? Well, I need to lay down. Okay, I need to lay down. I just got to, oh my God, threw up. I got to go lay down. Where do I lay down? Well, in the loft, of course. Right where, doesn't smoke rise? Why don't I just go lay in the loft, in the smoke loft? Okay, Holly, the only place I could find to lay down was in the smoke loft. Okay. So by the time I was done on Saturday, I personally secondhand smoked 4 cartons of Marlboro cigarettes, Amanda's vape pen completely, and Shy Introvert's 3 dabs. Okay? I got smoked out. You guys want to see what smoked out looks like when he wakes up? Give me 5 people that want to see what smoked out looks like when I wake up. And of course, I head straight to the Snoop table. What do I look like? Pops didn't drink this weekend either. It's like I was feeling too creepy. What did I look like? Who wants to see? All right. Well, luckily, Free got a picture of me. Free got a picture. I was sweet people asked me to autograph my book for them. Make me feel like a rock star, right? Free took a couple of pictures. I'll post them later. I've been too shy to post these pictures because Pops, I literally look like, well, you guys know what's one of my favorite strains to grow? What's one of my favorite strains to grow? Ghost, right? Ghost. Holly says it. It's absolutely my favorite. I always have Ghost. Pops is starting to look like a ghost. If you grow Ghost long enough, you're going to start looking like one. Okay. I'll have to post it on my IG. Okay, look at this guy. Look at this. Oh, you can't even see. Oh my God. All right, wait. I'm. Look at that. Oh, I was a little road worn. Who says Pop should have? Thank God he stayed another day in Tennessee. I'll post it later so you get a real view of it. I'm like, no. My ego for a while there, I was like, I'm not gonna let people see me look like that. And then Tony, thanks a lot. Pegs, taking a walk on the wild side, on the pale side. I look pretty bad. Okay, it was smoke sick. I'm telling you guys, are turning me into ghosts. Okay, this was probably, all of the Mush Fests are great, but this one was super duper great. And we'll talk about it for the rest of the week, if that's okay with you guys. Who says, can we talk about a lot of it this week? We'll talk about other stuff too. But come on, we got to talk about the fest. Because there was so many neat people. Okay, give me a few people. Who was it? Was it Tony? Hold on. Yeah, I think it is. Yeah. How about this one? All right. Tony Laughlin here. Tony, good morning. Free. I missed Free. Free, I'm mad at Free. Well, I was Sunday morning. I woke up. I'm ready to party. Where's Free? Where's Carrie? Oh, Pops, they left. They're already on their way to the airport. Free. Free? You left your boots in my car again. Free, what do you want me to do with the boots? Free, help me out here. If I ship them to you, it's going to cost about $70. All right? I'm not Free. This is the 4th Mush Fest I've tried to give Free his shoes back, you guys. I think he did it on purpose. You know how easy it would have been for him to say, hey, Pops, can I get those shoes real quick? No. He's like, Pops, bring them next time. I don't know if there's room in the car, Free. He wants me to use a giveaway. No one's ever, they've never been worn before. You should see these boots. They're beautiful. I didn't even know the story. He told Carrie, he goes, oh yeah, I bought those the first time I went to a Mush Fest because it was in Detroit. And he goes, and I bought those because I didn't have any boots that I thought would be good for the cold weather. So he bought these beautiful boots, put them on a shelf, and he's never worn them since, and I carry them around. This has been the 4th Mush Fest they've attended. His boots have attended more Mush Fests than about half of you guys here. Okay? You're keeping them? All right. Well, there it is. Free's trying to give them away. He's telling people they're 10 and a half. Okay, Carlotta's saying thank you. Those shoes, his boots are, what do you call it? Carlotta, can you get one of those boots and let me show? We talked about them. 10 and a halves, Free. I wear a 4. My shoe, I literally, come on, Hobbit foot? I'm a Hobbit foot. This is my shoe. Okay? That's my shoe. That's been my shoe for 8 years. Those of you that know me have never seen me. You've known me most for 4 years. Have never seen me without this shoe on. Ever. It's the only shoe I wear. Okay? Bilbo Baggins. Right here. I wear a 4 triple D. Okay? I wear it very flat. All right? And then there's hair on the bottom of my foot, too. I've never been able to, I don't shave it. I deal with it. Okay? So, and I think it helps me be a good mushroom grower. You know what I'm saying? Aren't hobbits supposed to be good mushroom growers? Free. You don't want me to touch those shoes. Okay? I buy kids' shoes. I buy kids' stuff. Everything on me is kids, except for, you guys already know, my underwear. And you guys know where my underwear are from. You know all about my underwear. Streety, I missed my friend Streety. Oh, Streety, I didn't even get a chance to hang out with you because I was sick most of Saturday. Man, I missed being hanging out with Streety looked so handsome. I was going to tell you, so I know I looked crappy. Tony Laughlin hadn't even seen this picture of me looking like a ghost yet. I wake up to this morning. How would you like to wake up to this email from one of your friends? Okay? How would you like to? Hope you're all right. You've been looking tired. Take care of yourself. You're a cool dude. You do a lot for folks, so please take care of yourself. Looks like you had a long weekend. Thanks, Tony. That's what I wanted to wake up to. Hey, Tone. Hey, Tone, how you looking out there? What's going on with you, old Tony, old Tone? Tony, thank you. I don't mind that. And you're absolutely right. Another reason I know, just stop with the ragged. Oh, gosh. I felt like, yeah, that was a Saturday look. Oh, my goodness. Tony, I'd like to see you every day at 9 o'clock in the morning, pal. Okay? I'd like to see you do this every day for the rest of your life. Did Tony just say this is his first live? Is it really, Tony? Would you guys throw your chocolate donuts at Tony Laughlin even though he doesn't deserve one because he just made fun of Pops? So he didn't make fun of me. He was caring about me, but still. Throw a chocolate donut at Tony. Tony, you don't know, but on lives, when you're brand new, we throw chocolate donuts at you. Save them up because you're not getting any more. All right? So save them up. I'm so grateful. I'm grateful, number one, to Sandman and Carlotta. Bottom line. I'm grateful they didn't mind that we extended here for a day because they still had to come back here and help us clear out to get out of here today. So it took an extra day out of their schedule. And they didn't plan it. I didn't ask them to plan it because I wanted to just hang out with Brock and do a Tennessee day with the kiddo. And it was beautiful. We just didn't do anything but chill in a cabin in the woods and with Ruffy. But here's briefly, some of you know, some of you don't. We don't want to talk about it a lot. But we had an original plan cabin that we had paid not a little bit of money for, meaning a lot. That was the cabin that we had all hooked up. We'd been showing pictures. Oh, the coolest cabin ever. Sandman and Carlotta get up there Thursday afternoon to check in to the place. And I'm not going to go into all the details or anything, but I can tell you this. They show up there with a car full of goodies, everything prepared. They're set to make this thing get started. They have kind of an itinerary of people that are coming in. We have people driving in from around the United States, flying into the airport that need to be picked up. And they all have the address of this place. Not this place, but the place. Sandman and Carlotta get there. And we find out, long story short, that we got scammed. The scammers are still out there and they still do what they do. Somebody had leased it to us that didn't have the right to lease us to us and took all the money and ran. And we don't find that out until late Thursday afternoon when they're knocking on the door to move in. Did you guys know that happened out there? Some of you don't know because that wasn't something that the Mush Fest wanted to start out with. Could you imagine that? It's Sandman. Sandman's not here. No, it's Sandy and Carlotta. We're checking in. Who? Who? Yeah, we have a lease. Here's our contract. Here's everything. Yeah, let's look at that. Yeah, there's a scammer out there who's been doing that to this property. My jaw drops when I even think about people that do that to people. And then we've got 30, 40 people coming in from around the United States that are all heading to that spot and have all, put their deposits and put their setup and did all of this. And they show up and there isn't a place. What are you going to do with them, Sharon? What do you do with that, Hagsy? Can the money be recouped? Well, obviously looking into that, but we'll see. What do you do with that idea? Boop, here you go. Well, my car was in the shop and I had already told him I'm coming down early Friday morning. He reaches out to me Thursday afternoon, Pops, we got scammed. We can't spend here's the truth, you guys. You can't spend, when you're in a situation like that, you can't spend 1 minute freaking out. Every minute you spend freaking out is a minute less planning how can we fix. Nobody went into that with a plan B. Nobody went up there saying, okay, or down here saying, hey, plan B is if it's a scam-a-lam. We had no choice but to, boom, get on it, get after it, come up with another plan. And we can't let people down. Can't do it. You get 3 minutes of cry time. That's it. Carlotta took 2. Sandy took 4. So between the two of them, they had 3 minutes cry time. That was it. And then boom, new plan. Not a problem. Got you a new spot. Here it is. We're going to be, boop, but you can't get in until tomorrow. Early Friday afternoon. So now now we'll go, the whole group that was here, I'm telling you, that's why I love these guys. You know how hoity-toity people would be? You know how many people would be pissed? You know what these people did? They all went and got a $35 hot dog room. $35 hotel room for the night. Block of hotel rooms together. They hung out at a hotel. And I'm not telling you it was a nice one. I'm not telling you it was even a Motel 6. It was like a Motel 2.5. Okay? It was like a Motel 2.5. I saw pictures of it. The showers came out of the wall right about sternum high. You had to duck to take showers in this place. Okay? So now they have a whole group of mushfesters over at the hot dog rooms. Motel 1.75, Kim says. She was there. She would know. It was like, can you imagine? That's how it started out. Nobody told you guys this. You guys are all up to, oh, I wish I was at Mushfest. Oh, really? Would you like to be at Motel 1.75? Would you have been a complainer? Okay. I'm not telling any more about this until I see some more likes. I need more likes, and I'll tell you guys what else happened. We're at 77, only 48 likers. That's like less than 2/3. Okay. Cledio was actually pretty cool. Matt. Shy said it was rough. Matt was saying there was nothing to it. Can you imagine? Now, this is how it starts out. We're supposed to be at this freaking luxury, like beautiful, lit pool, 3 level mansion in the woods, and everything. These guys are in the hot dog rooms over at Hotel 1.75, and not.
Was it a hot dog room?
They were hot dog rooms. I saw pictures.
Not one person had a hot dog in their room.
I saw pictures. Okay, I would have partied with you guys at that room, but I would have asked, can I stay down the street? That's Thursday night. No, yeah, Thursday night. That's how the party starts. And now, now Penny. Oh God, we love Penny. We love us some Penny. B. Hendricks says, "What's a hot dog?" Think about it, Billy. B. What would a hot dog water everywhere? That's what the showers gave you, hot dog water. Okay. I say it is. Towel and bed was pre-used. Why I stayed home. Why I didn't hit the road until Friday. See, Pops is sharper than the rest of you guys. I'm like, really? I'm missing out on this? Oh, what a bummer. So, what's the new place look like? Meanwhile, Carlotta's sending me pictures of, don't worry about it, Pops. This is what we have set for Friday afternoon. So that fast, Carlotta, and you guys have no idea. If anybody thinks I'm saying it might be a good idea to go ahead and if you're coming to the next Mush Fest, schedule for the day after arrival, just in case, because it worked out really well for Pops. No, it did. It worked out. I got there just about the time we got the key to the new place. I'm like, hey. So I avoided the hot dog room. All right, how to avoid the hot dog room? Leave the second day. Okay? So yeah, that's how the crew started out, RX, at Hotel 1.5. And I saw pictures of their party that night at the hotel. It looked like they were having a lot of fun. It really does. And then that is the beauty of it. But now you get out of the hot dog room, you have to check out, but you can't check in to the new place until 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon. So Sandy and Carlotta got online, got to Verbo, got us a new spot, and it was beautiful. I'm leaving her here in a few minutes. Those of you that came know it was absolutely perfect. There was sleeping quarters upstairs. There was sleeping quarters downstairs. And on the mid-level is the Snoop table, the Snoop lounge, the Willie Nelson room, and the deck, the smoke deck. And I mean, just plenty of room for everybody. But it wasn't like different levels of partying. We were all at the same level, but spread all around. And of course, we've already talked about the smoke. And if you're smoke allergic, be careful at the next Mush Fest. Okay? Don't sleep in the smoke loft unless you feel like, turning yourself into a piece of beef jerky. Ghost jerky. That's what Pop looked like. Ghost jerky. So, Friday, I'm just blessed by this group that on Friday, what did they do? There's that downtime between checking out of the one hot dog room and into our new cabin in the woods, right? And they all filled that time up. I think some people went on hikes. Some people, they did things that allowed them to just be kind and good still. No, I can't believe, I've never been with a group of people, and I've been in different situations and groups. We rent a place in Napa Valley, and we're going to do wine tasting tours. And everybody has a complaint. I wish the bus driver would go fast. My room didn't have, and how come they didn't have chocolates on the... I have never been with a group that had less to complain about I mean, more to complain about, but complained less. I'm not even joking. That is probably my biggest takeaway from this weekend, is my gratitude for the absolute roll with the punch. This is just, it was almost as if they found contam in their tub. They just threw it out. They started a new tub and boop, we're already harvesting. I'm not overstating this. There wasn't a murmur, a burble. If there was, you guys sure kept it to yourself, and I sure never got it. And it could have been. You know how easy, Niffy and Cleany, you know how easy this thing could have melted down? We show up there and there's no place for us. We show up there and the thing's scam. We show up there and this thing is like, now what do we all? Let's sit around and feel sorry for ourselves and pull our hair out and get mad. Do you realize where this could have gone? Do you realize what it did to Sandy and Carlotta, who put every ounce of their energy into this, and then boop. And then Sandy's got to call Dad. He had to call me. He said the worst phone call he's ever made in his life. One of them. Pops, you're not going to believe this. What are we going to do? I said, well, here's a credit card. Go get another one. Now. Let's get this done.
Did you say Sandy did call Dad?
Yes. Carlotta said, did you say Sandy had to call Dad? I go, yeah. There's last thing in the world anybody wants to do is let anybody down. Can I get a round of applause here for Sandy and Carlotta for picking up the pieces? They had help too. Can I get that? See what Carrie's saying? We didn't need them to be more stressed by us complaining or acting unappreciated. That's not what we were there for. Free, you wouldn't even believe what Sandy, you know how emotional Sandy is. Big old strong man, and then he's like the softest little egg inside. Okay? We ended up in the right place, especially because, we got bears. Okay? Moms, am I going to buy Carlotta a pony? No. I'm going to get her a bear, her own bear. Okay? At the next Mush Fest. Okay? So I'm telling you guys, I'm so proud. And that's my biggest takeaway, the pride of pickup. It felt like that's what mushroom farmers know how to do, right? And then all of my friends that were with them on our first day, between Thursday evening and Friday afternoon when we could check in here, I owe a debt of gratitude to. I thank you for making the transition so seamless and kind. I feel like we're learning lessons together as a fam. Fam didn't, my family, we'd been tearing each other's eyes out. One of my sisters would be flying home pissed. Seriously, I know which one. She said, that's it, I'm going to, you've screwed it all up. My own family. About 3 of them wouldn't talk to each other till Christmas. One of them would lose the other one off of a Christmas list. My own family. And I'm telling you that the people that were here, that kept it together from Thursday to Friday, I think from the bottom of my heart, I think for how you treated Sandy and Carlotta, you put no weight on them. You put no weight on them whatsoever. And then at the end of the day, Carrie, right? If it was your family, what would happen? If it was your real family? Oh my goodness. I wouldn't have wanted that to happen with my real family. Okay? Streety, you are a lifelong friend. Okay? You just really are. Anyways, I'm getting a little emotional because that's still my biggest takeaway from this weekend is how it started out. And I'm telling you, we literally were a bus crash. And these guys rebuilt the bus, painted it again, added seats, and took off down the highway within 24 hours. And then the place that we ended up with is beautiful. We absolutely loved it here. 100%. I loved it so much, I'm like, I need an extra day. I got to stay here. The energy's right. The feel is good. I need an extra day off. Let's do this. And Ruff has been fantastic. Ruff did an amazingly good job. Hold on here. Ruffy? Ruffy, you getting ready? Huh? Is that the little rough? Huh? Yeah. So he's got a little harness on. He's getting ready. We're going to get ready to take him. We're literally walking out to the car as soon as I hang up from this, driving on down the road. So I don't have to watch Sandy cry some more. He's already started. Love you, Sandy. Thanks for the way you handled Biz.
Thank you.
Okay, you did a good job. Yeah. But the rough was good. But a personal debt of gratitude to everybody that allowed rough to come. I know that it's special. I know everybody wishes they could have their dog here, and we told everybody, no, nobody could bring a dog, nobody except Pops. And you know what? I think the exception worked out. He was perfect with everybody, and everybody was perfect with him. He had a really hard time yesterday here because he thought he had moved here. He thinks he lives here now. And he thought he had about 40 roommates. Okay? And each time a new roommate would arrive, he's like, oh, okay, hey, where do you sleep? Hey, every person that came. And then when they'd leave, he had to walk them to their car. Okay? He had to walk them, oh my God, and worry about, and yesterday, he's looking around, we have this really big house and we have 40 roommates, but how come I'm still stuck with just you and Brock, Pops? Where's everybody? He walked around the house for about 2 hours. You could just watch him. He was like up the stairs, down the stairs, boop. He'd go look in a room. He'd check behind a bed. He'd look under a bed. I think he opened some closets. He went everywhere throughout the house. Where isn't there anyone else? I don't get it. We moved here and we had 40 roommates yesterday. Today, we still live here and we don't have any roommates. So he did really, really well. And I had a little fear that he'd run away. No, what I found out was he'll kill bears. Okay. If you give him a chance, he'll kill a bear. So the bears, here's another one. Here's another one where the team, we're going to talk about individuals here during the week. I have pictures and I have all kinds of stuff. We'll have some more. Is this okay with you guys, what we're talking about today? Honestly, people sometimes, Pops, you're not teaching mycology. Not this week.
I know, but
Is this okay that we're talking about this week? You guys want to hear some more snips and things about the different people that came to Mushfest? Or is this that's all we're going to talk about? You got one or two of those in the weeds.
get over it.
Okay? But I feel like some of you that could have been here, would have been here if you could, and it's good for us. Okay? Thank you, moms and Hags. Hags, I missed you too, as you well know. I missed everyone. But, okay, so we're going to yabber a little more about this. But what was I saying, Carlotta? I was mentioning something.
Talking about all the people that were going to be, or that were here.
Uh-huh.
I wanted to talk more about the people.
Okay, we'll be talking more about the people, but it was something else. I forget. Bears. That's what it was. I'm talking about bears. Yeah, the bears. Now, we always want to see a bear at a Mush Fest because it's B-Nature. It's just an automatic. You want to see a bear at a Mush Fest. And our last Mush Fest, we came this close. We saw bear tracks across the fishing dock. You'd go down in the morning and it's like, yeah, oh my God, there was a bear. And every single one of us had to go down and take a picture of the bear track. I'm not kidding you. I still have a picture of the bear track. Oh my God, there's a bear. You know what I'm talking about? If you see a bear track about 20 feet away from your area, you're like, I got to take a picture of the bear track. Okay.
drove down my car this time.
I know. Well, now there's bear tracks over the top of Sandman's car. But let me explain. Okay, let me explain. Like, this is another point where I was proud of my family. I would say the Streety is the person I noticed the most in this, but there were others. Streety, shy introvert, free.
Free wouldn't let me out the door.
Okay. So here's what happened. We have trash. Every Mush Fest has trash. It's funny how much trash we make. God, it's like, where's it come from?
That's so ridiculous.
You would think, how many cigarette butts can we make?
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? The trash that we put together out of one of these places is amazing, and it is every time. Hefty bags. We have to bring 3 boxes of hefty bags with us.
No,
So-
I went through 3 boxes of bags.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
We go through a lot of hefty bags. So we get these, that's one thing you remember from Mush Fest is always remember hefty bags. Okay, the first time I did one, I didn't have them. So, yeah, you had to run down and buy hefty bags. Hefty bags. So we're filling them up. The last place that we had, Bear Country, they had like these lockers that you're supposed to put your trash in, close the lockers and put this lock on because the bears are smart enough to go lift the locker and go in there and get through the food. So it was like a bear-proof trash can area at the last place. This place, we're looking around, there's no place really to put the trash. We haven't really figured out where do you put the trash. There's no instructions or anything like that. So we have, at this point, we have about 4 or 5 hefty bags filled with trash. And we've sort of been staging them down the hallway in the house. I'm like, that isn't going to work. Let's line them up outside on the deck, on the balcony, somewhere close to the front door. And we'll find out what we're supposed to do with the trash. Okay? Streety completely had 0 receptacles and no explanation either. So now we have 4 or 5 hefty bags filled with pizzas and yeah, but also I'm sure there was a mushroom or 2 in there. I'm sure there was a little bit of little weedy audio in there. I'm sure there was some experimentation stuff in there. But it's trash. And late Saturday evening, all of a sudden there's a big rock. Cause oh my God, you're not gonna believe this. There was a whole family of bears decided on their tourist walk down the street, let's check those people's front door. And at our front, they smelt it from miles away, right? They smelt the pizza, everything. There was a family of bears at our front door going through the trash, like you'll see on TV, like you see on National Geographic. Literally. Everywhere. Instead of cocaine bear, we had mushroom bears. Okay, is what we had. It was a mom and looked like a mom and a bigger one and 3 babies, 3 smaller ones, 4 bears, and they destroyed the trash on the front deck. Went through everything. Meanwhile, now you have 40 mushroom heads trying to watch.
I got video.
40 mushroom heads staring out the window. Move over! You got a head on top of a head, and I got a head in here. And we're all staring out every window. Open the door a crack and look. But we're not allowed out. Streety sent us inside. Free sent us inside. They're like the bear sheriffs. They're like, no one's allowed outside until the bears have gone. What are we going to do? Let's go chase them off with a stick. Somebody grabs a stick. Okay, yeah, that's Carlotta. Let's go chase them off with a stick. And Free and Streety, they're like, yeah, Carlotta's got the stick. Here, let me see. There's the anti-bear stick. Right? Carlotta's going to go chase them with a stick. This is meant to, block the sliding door. She grabs the sliding door lock, and she's going to go bear hunting. Okay? Streety and Free They're going to protect the tribe. Nobody's allowed out. Well, what are we going to do? And excuse me. Excuse me. And Streety's like, we're going to just let them be bears. We're just going to let them be bears. They're going to go do what they do. They're going to do the bear thing. And then I'm sitting in the back, like I got one or two peeks, and I'm like, that's pretty cool. I mean, it was fun. We had National Geographic at the front door, okay? And I'm thinking to myself, I've never seen a bigger mess in my whole life than what those bears just did to that porch. I'm looking at it, and it is a yard sale. Just trash everywhere. And slowly, and I'm telling you, these bears are professionals. One of them climbed up on top of the fireplace and is licking the grill. Like, oh, there's stuff on this grill. One of them's up there licking the grill. Okay? These bears, they did, what do they call it, flash mob? Does they call it a flash mob when people, they just show up and there's a bunch of them and all of a sudden it disappears? The bears flash mobbed us. They left as fast as they got here. I would have thought they'd have walked around, they would have tried a window, they'd have opened a door, they'd have knocked, they'd have been sniffing. They're professionals. I found out how professional a bear is this weekend. Man, it gets its licks in, it gets its sniffy to whippy to goose, and it's out of there. Next thing you know, these things, they left as fast as they got here. I was like, that is unreal. Poof, disappeared. And what did they leave behind? Well, they left behind, it was god-awful. It was a real, and I'm not joking, I'm not overstating. And inside, I'm thinking to myself, this is going to really suck because we've got to go clean that up, right? And I'm guilty. I'm admitting this to you guys out loud. I'm thinking to myself, I bet you I'm going to be one of the guys that has to go out there and clean that up pretty soon. And it's going to suck, but it's not going to be easy and it's not going to be fun. I finally get, all right, put my belt, I'm going to go start cleaning up. I head out to the deck. 5 guys out there already. Streety, I recognize. Free. There were more people out there cleaning. I'm sorry if I don't say your name. The whole crew is out there. Snow shovel, brooms, hefty bags. I'm telling you, we had to use snow shovels to clean up the mess. Sandy, MVP. It was, Daniel. It was fast. And I'm not even joking. It was all of a sudden, boop, trash again, back in bags. And of course, now we're at a quandary. What are we going to do? Can't just put the trash back up here. We find out, Sandy gets hold of the landlord. Oh, you're supposed to put your trash in your car and drive it down to the bottom of the mountain. And then there's a little spot at the bottom of the mountain that you're supposed to put your trash. You guys don't even want to know about the drive up. The drive in, to get in here, you're literally putting your life on the line just to get up here. So every time you have to get rid of a bag of trash, you have to go put your life on the line, drive down Grand Prix Road with no rails, 3.5 feet wide, okay? And that's where you're supposed to deposit your trash. So Sandy's like, all right, I'm going to put a couple of bags in my trash can overnight, okay? And then I'll take them down in the morning. So do you guys remember I mentioned that there were bear tracks across the dock last time? This time there were bear tracks across Sandy's car in the morning. The bears came back that night and they said, I think the trash is in here now. They're sniffing all around Sandy's car for the trash. You would think, okay, we're kind of done with the bears. These bears are, like I said, they're professionals. They already know they can come back anytime they want. There's going to be we think they got high. We think that they found a random mushroom. We think we're convinced that a couple of the roaches, the mom showed the kids how to use them. Okay, we're convinced that our trash was probably better than other people's trash. Okay, trash being what it is, we're probably on a pretty high level of trash. Okay, pretty high level. It's kind of trash if you're a bear, you're going to enjoy. And Sunday night, Kevin is leaving. Kevin's heading out to the car for something, and all of a sudden, Kevin, if you guys remember the TV show Seinfeld? Do you guys remember the show Seinfeld? One of my favorite parts of Seinfeld is when Kramer would enter the room, you know, all skittery and just like he'd make this grand entrance. Give me 5 people that remember Kramer and his entrances. Made the slide in too, but he always just right. We had a Kramer entrance. Okay, Kevin had just been randomly, and it was dusk, and Kevin was heading out to the car to drop something off to the car, and all of a sudden he does a Kramer entrance. Front door slams open. He slides in, hair on fire, slams the door closed. Ruff sees it. Ruff runs to the door. Ruff's hair's on top of his back. He's barking like I've never seen Ruff. I'm gonna kill it. Kevin, what's the matter? He goes, you're not gonna believe it, man. I just ran into a bear. Kevin bumped into a bear on his way to the car. Boop. And he turned around and he ran back inside, and Ruff, not only from Kevin's reaction, but he could smell it. Now Ruff's going to every window, every door. Let me out. I'm killing bears. That's it, man. I've never seen my dog look like he was. I was like, cool. I like that part of him. Like, he can snuggle too. He's snuggle, but he's bad. He's a little Marine dog. So, I found out Ruff's not afraid of bears. No, and then he's got the smell for him now. He's out rooting for him. You got to keep your eye on him around here. A little bear hunter. So I'm signing him up for next season in Michigan for the lottery. We're going to try to get a bear tag. Yeah, Sharon, the Cujo came out in him like in a way I have never seen. And it was the smell and the instinct and everything else. It was pretty fascinating. But how would you like to have been, Caitlin, how would you like to have been, Kevin, how would you like to bump into a bear? What? Yeah, I bump into bears every day where I live. So this, and you can see him, there was another time in the morning, Sunday morning. Yeah, Sunday morning, you could see a little pack of bears run through the woods. So I'm going to say that this time here, we got bears. Oh, final one about bears. Big Al. Big Al is a great guy, great guy. When he comes to the Mutt Fest, he has a desire to set up his own tent outside, and he has, what does he call it? The space lounge, or what does Big Al call his room?
I can't remember. I can't remember.
The space lounge or something like that. He gets lights going in there, and he has black lights, and he has all. It's neat. He has his own little venue set up outside, and it's not like he needs to because there's room inside. We'll make room. We have. Right, Streety, isn't he just a sweet, sweet man? So Herbie says he calls it the spaceship? They're saying he calls it the spaceship.
Yeah,
that sounds right. Yeah. Okay. So he's got the spaceship. Well, as soon as the bear situation, it's like, Penny will send pictures of his setup. Okay. Well, he likes to be out in his spaceship. I'm like, Big, you can't be in the spaceship tonight. There's bears in the neighborhood. So, no, Pops, I'm going to stay in the... He goes back to the spaceship, and what does he find? Opened up his cooler and took his lunch meat out of his cooler.
No, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Oh my God.
Bears went in the spaceship and took his lunch meat out of the cooler.
There's mud and shit all inside.
And I'm like, so Big, you're going to still spend the day in the, you're going to Still spend the night in your tent?
Yeah. And if I got the coolers, they just got what they want to get out. They knew
Yeah.
how to get them some bitches.
So, yeah, how would you like that? So he ended up actually, like, I gave him a room. I said, here, come out. Like,
They ain't gonna take it.
he wouldn't come. He slept in his car.
We tried to get him.
Yeah.
And last time they were
I was like, this is, come on,
You
man.
just can't tell things.
Yeah. What? Yeah, he was awesome. So many, we're going to talk more about everybody here that was here. I fell in love with, I'm just say this out loud. I mean, there's so many that we love, but new people, but Nifra Mama and Cleanie,
Man.
what?
What can you say about that?
We love you. Yeah,
I cried. Come
I know. Best, I mean, they're going to probably get a trophy. We'll send them a trophy. Cutest couple, cutest new couple at the party. And I do want a quick shout out.
Hold up.
Wait.
I'm the cutest bitch in this room.
I said new couple.
Oh,
Okay.
Don't get out there.
All right.
Sorry.
And we'll talk some more about that. I want to talk about that. Carrie was I mean, I don't want to get talking to the people. I just want to do an overall today because over the week we'll talk about it, and I have to hit the road here in a minute. What was I saying?
We were talking about people carrying you for mama, cleaning.
Right.
How drunk they were.
Yeah.
Didn't want to get stepped on it.
I know. Now I'm
Now we're stepped on it.
now I'm stuck on it. But yeah, I want to talk about it. I want to take a moment to thank each and every one that was here as I can and give them an idea of what I thought. I'm sorry, I'm drawing a blank. I was heading somewhere and I got stuck on Niffer and Cleanie. I know what it was, Penny. I wanted a real quick shout out to Penny Pack. Michelle, beautiful, handsome husband, Ted. And Ted doesn't hang out with us as much as Penny does. But you know what Ted told me personally? This means a lot to us. And it's not the only one, but there's couples, and you guys know what I'm talking about. Some of you do this without your husband, or you do this without your wife necessarily. But you go back a better product to that relationship when you hang out with this T crew. It's proven. This isn't just something I get to make up right now to act like we're something special. It's just there's too much proof. When Ted would pull me to the side and said, you guys are saving Penny's life. Penny's a different person. She's got a group of friends. Because I told him, I go, thank you for sharing Penny with us. Thank you for letting Penny, because he does. He lets his wife be a part of something big. And you could, a lot of husbands, a lot of wives could get real jealous and hold you back and not let you grow. Lots of it happens out there. It's happening too much. And we're looking for the opposite of that. And we're looking for people that are able to grow in their relationships and with their relationships through this. And for Ted, and Ted has his issues too. Ted has anxieties about leaving, about OCD, about locking things up. He's like, you're making a difference in my life. Ted's never been on it. This was their anniversary, Ted and Michelle. They chose to spend their anniversary with us. And you know what they said? It's the first time they've had an anniversary trip. 10 years, more? Because they couldn't get out of the house. Because they couldn't get out of their heads. Man, we can end it right there. And there's more stories just like this that I'll share this week. But then what's Penny bring to us? Not just this emotional story. Penny brings, you know what, I adopted Penny. Like usually I'm the mom, I'm the pops, right? And I'll be everyone's dad, blah, blah. Penny's my mom. Penny is pure mom. Everything about Penny is a lot like my mom. And I asked her, I said, will you be my mom? Because she's very motherly. And she wants to mother. She wants to preen you. She wants to make sure your feathers are smooth. She wanted to make sure everybody was okay. Can I get you anything? It's not even your party, Penny. You're supposed to be partying here. What? No, Penny turned co-host like that fast. And not only that, but Penny self-serving, or no, self-chosen. Nobody asked her. Penny became the hefty bag lady. Every time I turn around, Penny was cleaning something. She made it to where there wasn't a crappy table in the place. Every time there was something crap on a table, well, I'm sure it has something to do with your OCD, Penny. That's okay. You got to work with it. We couldn't ask for more. And I give Penny, she made a huge difference in terms of the support in the kitchen and in the cleaning and in the hosting. When I give tons of credit, of course, to Carlotta and everybody else. There was other co-hosts, and we'll talk about them during the week. But I am blessed beyond blessed when I see couples that bring a message like they did, and then they have actions to prove it. They're not just like, oh, giving you platitudes. You actually can watch. I can actually watch Ted open a door for his wife and treat her like a rose. That's what I saw. You guys, I'm gonna leave you a little emotional there. I didn't mean to. And I got Sandy and Carlotta over here crying because they know I gotta go. We're getting out of here, okay?
Are we still?
Not there. God.
You want to watch another show, Brock, before we go? So, we got to go. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be talking about every one of you, not behind your back, but right in front of you. And there's a lot to say about all of you, so if I didn't mention you today, I will be mentioning you. I'll try to get everybody in. You couldn't is this our 6th or 7th Mush Fest now? We're losing track. And we're going to have more coming up next year. We're middle of next year, we're April-ish again. Plan on Detroit. I think my plan is Detroit and a river house, a house on the river. We'll have a couple of boats on the dock for people to go out on the river and do stuff. Start making some plans for about 6 months from now in Detroit, but we'll get more specific later. Just a general idea. We don't want to stop doing this. And it's hard sometimes, and you show up sometimes and you got ripped off sometimes. But that was just money that was taken from us. And nothing else was taken from us. Actually, a new opportunity was given to us. And we took really good advantage of that. So thank you, Sandy and Carlotta.
Thank you.
And everybody that came. And we'll see you guys tomorrow, same mush time, same mush channel. Love you. I don't have time to do much here other than scroll. But, yeah. Hitting the road. And we'll IG you guys up tonight, etc., etc. Thank you, each and every one of you. Laura, have a divine day. We can't wait to tell you guys some Laura Divine stories. See you tomorrow.